Version 1.11.111, huh? Hmm. Funny how that works out. Welcome to Vampire Survivors. I have never played this before. And also, me clicking into the window caused my chat box to hide for a second. So, I had to fix that. It's over on the other monitor, so it's not like I'm doing something stupid here. I swear. Uh, where'd my... Oh. Okay, so I just don't have sound for selecting... That's weird. Blast processed. Oh shit, is this a... Do we get, like, just actual Sega Genesis style bit crushing and stuff? That would be great. Flashing visual effects. I'm going to turn that off just because that seems a little bit extreme. There was even a photosensitivity warning before I clicked into the game, so that probably means it's some serious shit. We'll leave the volumes for now. Again, we're gonna hope that the developers balance the sound, and that's basically how we always play these things, unless they provably did not. And really, how hard can it possibly be to do that? Oh wait, I've played any game in the 6th generation. I know that. All this stuff seems to be okay. Yeah, we can leave the blood on. We're adults. Oh, pixel font. That I think I would prefer, because... Yeah, I mean... Unless it's just, like, apply a blurring effect to the... Now I have to toggle it a couple times. Okay. Yeah, so the pixel font thing isn't really, like, a more blocky kind of pixel aesthetic font. It's just applying a filter over the existing font. That's a shame. That's a pity. Wait a second. Oh, because this is favorites. Okay, I didn't even notice that. I was not paying attention to it. I thought, okay, yeah, it's dropping me in the options landing. It's just the main options. So that's useful, I think. Go in here, damage... Wait a second. No, damage numbers is up there. Never mind. Stage progression, joystick type. I don't have a controller plugged in. I'm just doing this with keyboard and mouse to start off with. If it becomes an issue, I can plug in the controller and probably have to set up DS4 Windows in the middle of a stream, which will be fine, actually, so... co-op stuff. This doesn't really matter to us because, well, we aren't co-oping. Count? Which handle? Huh. So you can connect this to Twitch for some sort of integration. I don't know what it is, so alright. Unlocks. Okay, yeah, so this is just, hey, here's a list of things you can do to unlock things. That, unfortunately, no tooltips, but whatever. That's fine. We'll figure them out as we go. Our collection opened up while I was typing in the window name into our OBS Studio sources for some odd reason. But we can see, oh hey, yeah, here's the very basic things that are already in there, which I think is very funny. That they're like, hey, yeah, we're just gonna tell you what these are right off. I don't know if funny is the right word, but it's an interesting little little change here. So let's take a look at our characters and see what we've got. I don't have any of the DLC for this. There is DLC for this. I believe it costs money. In fact, I'm fairly certain of that. And I think right now it's at a place where the total amount of DLC is like more than the price of the base game, possibly. Which always is a little bit strange whenever any game gets to that point, right? 10% more damage every 10 levels, max 50. 10% more experience every 5 levels, max 30. I mean, that might ease things if we have, but we'd have a rough start probably, right? Oh, none of these characters are unlocked yet, so I don't have to worry about that, but we can take a look at what our things we're dealing with here, are future future abilities here. Projectiles get 10% faster every 5 levels. Probably actually much better than it sounds. And lastly, you just get permanent extra projectiles. Okay, so I guess we're going in here with our guy with the whip. All right, now can you explain the controls to me, game? Okay, so far it's pretty simple WASD movement. Music's a little bit... Oh, geez, I should probably actually turn that on. Wow, look at me go. I'm forgetting to turn on all of my things here. Whoops. Oh, hey. Increase your luck for a chance to get... we'll take the axe. Okay, no, it's automatic is what happens with those. All right, so left click is to aim, I assume, on some level. Oh, we just keep moving. We don't stop when I let go of the button. Or do we? No. No, that's because of my keyboard. Sorry, I keep doing that. Wait, is it home? It sort of looks like it does. Like it do. It's not quite firing in the direction of the mouse. And unfortunately, I can't really, like, moonwalk, so that's a bit of a problem. Our holy water isn't quite as useful as I'd hoped because it's so short-lived. Ah, well. I'm taking some slightly undue risks here with this hit detection a little bit. I think, but... Oh boy, here they come. In very large groups. God, I wish I had, like, a magnet effect for the EXPs. And what I presume to not actually be anything except for experience things. Unfortunately, I can't really get over there right now. I need to get a little bit more, a little bit more on the go here. Alright, what do you got for us in our box? Alright, we got some armor, and we got 118 coins. Excellent. I will gladly accept that. We'll take the Bible. That, I assume, is... Okay, yeah, it just took a while for it to... And it doesn't last very long. I figured... like, surely they wouldn't give me something that lasts forever that fast. And if they did, it would pop out a little earlier, wouldn't it? Alright, well, let's take more whips, because... You know, the most logical progression, of course. You're carrying around a bullwhip. The exact obvious thing that you do is get more of them. Take the magic wand. Again, get a little bit of variety in our toolbox here. as good as the things that we already have are. It would be nice to have even more, wouldn't it? A little bit more variety doesn't seem like it would hurt. Yes, now we got some incoming ghosts here. Yeah, let's take the axes. Did it just fire 2 of them off immediately as soon as I leveled? Because if so, that's kind of neat. But also, like, one of those things, it's like, I don't know if that's on purpose or not. Just like how my dying there was definitely not on purpose. I thought I could get away with that, but I'm not used to not getting through those gaps yet. Hooray, we got some unlocks. And it immediately drops us back to the title screen. Wow, the actual gameplay sound is much louder than is the menu. Like, dang, it's quiet there. Yeah, and if Gennaro's extra projectiles all operate in the same way that this does, well, he starts with the dagger instead of the whip. But that seems like it would be a pretty massive deal, as like why he would be the most expensive character to unlock. Alright, so now I've got the other whip so I can actually hit things behind me. Which is good, because now I don't have to worry about the, oh man, I wish I could moonwalk feeling. Excuse me. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that, like, the default whip isn't just in your logbook to start with. That feels like something that possibly should be in there. Just because you always have it from the start, no matter what. Alright. Take the armor. Shame I can't, like, hold off on picking an item until after I get the chest. But, oh, jeez. All right. Give me that knife so I can get more things on the go here. I'm assuming for the time being that my whip is just not going to get any more attacks. It's just going to be damage, which, to be fair, I understand and, you know, kind of sport a little bit. That's fair enough. That's... Alright, yeah, give me an axe. Because... yeah, a little bit more of that. I mean, the more dagger would probably have been quite acceptable, too. Getting into that crowd for more... Ooh, hey, yeah. Character moves faster. That sounds huge. That sounds really, really important, actually. Obviously, 10% of almost nothing is gonna feel like, well, still almost nothing, but still, nice. I can see why this kind of game took off. Unfortunately, the thing that I'm going to say about it is going to sound really mean, but I don't mean it in a derogatory way. This very much has the vibes of, like, old Flash games. Of, like, things that are a little bit, you know, for killing time with. It's not a bad thing whatsoever, but it doesn't really sound like the most glowing of reviews, because I somehow don't expect that people necessarily have, like, the highest opinions of that sort of thing. But, again, extremely simple gameplay loop that's pretty fun to do. At least so far. I'm sure that eventually there will suddenly be something that I'll just be like, okay, that's bull, but I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten there. But there have been a lot of games that basically kind of ape this style over the past while. Like, there's one very specifically that's themed around HoloLive, one of the VTuber groups, for lack of a better description, which is probably not a particularly good description either, but whatever. I'd say I'm trying, but I'm honestly not at this particular moment. I mean, I'm kind of trying at the gameplay, but as far as the actual talking bit, less so. Oh, hey, look, bunch of killer plants that spawned recently. Okay, good. It's not me just, like, butting up against the limits of the map, per se. They're normal. This is supposed to happen. I guess this is sort of like your DPS check a little bit on some level, because surely these things are going to come all the way in, and it's going to be a problem. Okay, so were they all killed because we got the one plant, or was it because of the group? Regardless, yeah. A lot of games of this ilk out there in the universe, but this one does have something very special that the others don't, which is writing by James Stephanie Sterling. So, I mean, I'm sure the others are quite fine, but this one is definitely going to remain something special on some level. Oh, nice. Another dagger. Is that just damage, or am I going to be throwing... Ah, it's piercing. Oh, that's good, because that's actually a thing that these didn't have before. So a little bit of crowd control will go a long way. Okay, yeah, good. There's more... There's some chickens out there. I was like... I always called them wall chickens, which is not true, because they don't come out of walls, per se. Obviously, I don't have to tell any of you that the references here are very specifically to the Castlevania series, which I've played a couple of Castlevania games. I'm gonna be honest, they are real pains in the ass, some of them. And by some of them, I mean I've mostly just played some of the NES ones. I don't know offhand how a lot of the Symphony of the the more Symphony of the Night ones kind of fare. Oh, the chicken timed out. Damn it. I wanted my health. Ah! Incoming wave of jerks. The other thing that I'm wondering is, because this is a game where you unlock stuff as you go, and that is, you know, that type of roguelike. I am genuinely quite curious to know if this ever ends up creating, like, a problem of a clogged item pool. Let's take some more damage reduction here. I mean, deal more damage is not a bad thing to have, but also just right now we'd like to tank up a little bit because our health is low. And health drops seem to be at a bit of a premium here. We're at level 13. I'm not sure if that is like the... That almost feels too high and yet too low at the same time, but it's like, no, I think that's probably about right. Makes a little bit of sense for how far I'm at, but... Could always be wrong. Alright, so let's get some more attack types on the go here, basically. Go for things that are a little bit more aggressive. Hey, there's some health for us. As I end up spending pretty much all of the one that I just picked up. Well, I would say it was for a good reason, but it's kind of not. Oh, incoming grass assassin. That's a biggin. A very large one. Yeah, not what you would call the most forgiving of hitboxes. Ooh, that's helpful. That lets us suck everything else up here. So that might gain us another... I was gonna say, that might gain us another level, too. Not quite, but... Was no small amount, that's for sure. That's not much. Ooh, here comes the skeleton war. Oh. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough health to take advantage of those bats coming through, but oh well. That should get us a couple of things, eh? Fire wand, garlic. Oh, they're called floor chickens. Amazing. Attract orb. Crown. And a bird of some kind. Got some information here? You can read some of these. Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta pick up the other items to actually see what they're about. Now, I'll be right back, and then we'll try out someone else probably just for, yeah. Okay, hi, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about the delay. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a new character. You've got a permanent +1 projectile on all of your weapons, so I feel like this guy might be quite good, hopefully. Oh, is there more stats overall here? Amount? Is that just... Okay, yeah, that's number of shots, clearly, right? Just because I hadn't seen that before. I mean, our crowd control is going to be gone to start with. Also, hello, Bloodcry. I suppose that I shouldn't assume that to be implied in me just coming back. Damages nearby enemies, reduces resistance, knockback, and freeze for our garlic. That's interesting. I'm grabbing the fire wand. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, see, the fact that it's... I guess it's already 3 shots, so... So for Gennaro, it's just a bit of a shotgun. Does it pierce a little bit, or does it just look like that? Alright, yeah, so grabbing that early whip seems pretty helpful. Again, no need to have to worry about moonwalking to deal good damage anymore. To like everything, because... yeah. Okay, the A key is just getting stuck very easily. I don't know if that's my keyboard or if it's something with the... no, it's definitely my keyboard. That's... is it? No, it's... that doesn't seem right. It's probably better to actually be playing this with a controller, but I think I've said that before. So, yeah. Let's take the attract orb just because, yeah, being able to actually get our things from out of groups of enemies seems kind of useful, even though it's a small range for now, but that'll change eventually, probably. Yeah, a little bit of our magic orb there. Or magic wand, rather. Magic orb, yeah. I mean, we do kind of have a magic orb of sorts, but it's not exactly dealing more damage right now. It's more of a utility thing. Yeah, that's right. We're peaching. We're flying bird. Yeah, it seems like it works in a decent area of effects, I think. I don't know yet. Oh, yeah, a chest has spawned, so I should probably go for that. Alright, can we get something fun out of this? That'll do. Okay, right, we're up to level 3 on our dagger, so we got our extra damage there. Nice. That's handy. They changed some of the sound effects. Well, this is my first time playing, so I wouldn't know. So, interesting, though. Wonder why. Okay, so I was gonna say, is the garlic effect just permanent? Just this is zone of protection for us? That would be quite helpful. Have it be a Risk of Rain barbed wire, basically. Yeah, it looks like it's literally just doing what I said it was, where it's a little bit of a zone of protection for us here. So with these circles of deadly plants, should I be focusing my fire on one of them specifically, or is there a... Oh no, here's one that's just out in the open. That's clearly it. Okay. Because I've seen them a couple times and I wasn't sure what got them killed before. So... yeah, give me a little extra grabbing range because, yeah. We're still a little bit touch and go here on some of this. Oh, they're on a timer. Okay. I thought it was just like a thing where you have to deal with them, or you kind of get mobbed basically and don't have a good time and probably die. Ah, all right. Yeah. So you just they just try to make you get ate by the big bug. I thought it was something a little bit more like DPS checky than that, but nope. Yeah, I saw it was still out there. There we go, we got it. Alright, so first though, before I can actually get that chest, I am going to have to clear a bit more of this area. Which means a little bit more. There we go. Everybody seems to have got out of the way now, so that's good. Alright, what do you got for us, treasure chest? Anything good? Probably a thing that we already have because we've got all 6 of those slots up there full, and I assume that means that we're capped on how many items, types of weapons we're allowed to have. Sorry. If I use my words correctly, well, then I don't know how many of you will be watching or something. Yeah, let's upgrade our bird a little bit for a larger bombard area. Might be helpful? Question mark. Okay, they don't give you new items unless... I gotcha. I hadn't noticed up to this point, and I've been playing this for, like, what, half an hour total? So it could have just been like, hey, here's a coincidence. Take that. I am like in such a position right now where I currently doesn't afraid of very many things at all because of our damage output is feeling good. So heck with it. I'll take the more aggressive choices. I gotcha. I mean, I kind of guess that there's a lot going on with this because, yeah, I'm flying reasonably blind into this because it just sort of happened that way, really. Yeah, I think increasing the zone of pain and debuffs for our garlic would probably help out a little bit. I would love if I could find a vacuum orb, though, because there's so much stuff just lying around on the ground out here. That's fair. Ooh, incoming. Nah. I don't know what I'm worried about. Well, for a start, walking straight through a single enemy like that was probably not my best move. Hey, a luck bonus. All right, so there's our big mantis. In order to better deal with that, I'm probably going to want to start pulling things around here. Yeah, that ended pretty fast. That's a shame. There are just far too many enemies bunched up there for me to get away with that very easily. Well, neat. We've unlocked some more stuff. Stuff do we have just in general to... Let's check that. 20 minutes with any character. Let's not get everything to level. No. Yeah, some of these could use crap. They could use little like bars under them to show you your progression. I'll take a look at those in a second. Stone mask. Okay, I see. So these are things that get us permanent buffs. That's quite helpful. Reduce incoming damage by 1 per. I still have characters to buy, so I should probably be a little bit choosy on some of this, but God, 5,000 for the extra. Yeah, of course. That makes sense, though. Yeah, 10 grand. Wow. I'm going to spend on the greed ranks immediately, because that seems like a thing of how to get everything technically faster. Yeah, how many characters are there? That might be interesting to know anyway. Start with Imelda here. She's got a 29. That is... Well, that's quite a few, but also it's a very unusual number is the thing that I'm thinking of. 29, huh? Oh yeah, I'm sure, but I haven't picked up the DLC for this yet. I probably will at some point because this is quite fun so far. I just haven't remembered to yet, you know, just among other things, really. Little shields. Let's keep picking up more of the Bible here, because those rotational effects seem to be pretty good. We get ourselves surrounded a little too easily, maybe, but In that case, we may as well do something to make up for it. It's working pretty well, and again, with this sort of orbiting, yeah, well, we'll probably find that out once we get one of those to drop for us. And by drop, I mean appear in the list of items we can pick up from leveling up. Drop, I mean, not quite, but... That's what I was waiting for. Oop. Yeah, getting surrounded now. Go find that chicken. I know I saw it. I'm trying to do a thing where it's like I can't really get through those gaps anywhere near as easily as I would like to, but I keep trying to anyway because I have a bit of a problem. That's all. Character gets 10% luckier. I don't know that that's necessarily... We'll take the armor, because... Again, with our build being so built towards being close to things, it probably would help if we had a little more defense. Yeah, especially when you have things like that happen to you where it's like, oh yeah, you brushed up against the most damaging enemy of the pack, too. It's alright, only one hit point matters, and that's... Don't say that. It's not good strategy. Don't listen to me. Reduces weapon cooldown by 8%. That seems pretty good, but I'm taking the larger area on the garlic. Yeah, they take a very large amount of damage, to put it simply. Yeah, there I go again. Those hitboxes for your hitboxes are a little bit larger than they would seem, that's for sure. And also, the other part of that, I think they might be larger than the sprite, maybe not, but I wouldn't be able to tell for sure from something like this, but I definitely... Regardless, I didn't play that super well. I was taking far too many risks, but We can take another crack at this anyway and see where we get. Okay, the elite enemies are how you get chests to drop. Okay, so if I see one of them again, go after that as much as I'll be allowed to, really. Yeah, no, if it's the basic stuff, go ahead. I didn't see a like specific tutorial or anything in here, so I'm kind of uncertain of some of those things, and also just not always good at video games, so. Yeah, that's entirely fair. Okay, speaking of taking risks, let's take a little bit of one to get that one coin and that one experience nugget. I swear they're worth going in there for. It probably wasn't going to kill us. Right up until it was, but it didn't this time, so it wasn't. It's fine. Break that. That's the point. Alright, get back at that experience. There we go. Crown could probably be helpful, but I think I want the fire wand for now. How much is that? Oh, it only seems to... No, it's shooting 3 projectiles. So I was like, wait a second, is that only shooting 1 projectile? That's... Alright, well, something dropped a red experience crystal, which I know is like a... If it's not a full level, it's pretty damn close, so that's... yeah. Yeah, it seems like the fire wand is pretty good so far. Probably. I mean, again, it's 3 shots. It's doing more work than our magic wand is. That's for sure. Okay, I gotcha. It's not a... Yeah, flat level seems like it would probably be a little bit... Because these are flat amounts of EXP per drop, right? Right. That was what I seem to recall seeing in the log. Right, let's take something for just more damage, because that would probably help us out quite a bit. Right, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense then that later on the red crystals are just like, hey, yeah. They probably become a little bit more of just the norm after a point, I'd suspect. Yeah, give me those damage zones here, because... Those seem to be pretty good from our holy water here, our Santa water. As I try to apply the accent to a word that's not in the same... Listen. I don't know why I did that, but... Me and doing strange things. Kind of happens a lot. Okay, so the wand is definitely something that needs to be, like, grown a little bit more. Because, yeah, so far it's been fairly small, but we'll see as we go. Although it does seem like it's speeding up already, so that's good. Alright, so where's our... There's our grass assassin here. Let's try to get its arms. That's a joke from a completely different game. We got the one flower in the center here. Well, I guess then I would have learned that it's not the controller in that, so... Oh, is it not actually shooting faster? It just looks like it is, then. Let's take the empty tome, because we have a... Oh, we do have all 6 weapons in our slots now. I didn't even notice. Alright, taking a little risk here with where we're going here, so... hopefully I can escape from this. I'm sure it will possibly be okay. Yay, more damage for our fire wand. That's good. It just looks like it's gotten faster, that's all. And that's not even factoring in the empty tome that we got. Oops. How did I just not see that guy? That's worrying. I need a lot of things checked out at some point. Yeah, no, it looked like it was shooting faster for however long. And like I said, not just because, oh, hey, yeah, it was like that before I got the tome, too. This area is huge, by the way, just... a lot of area to walk around in. Okay, well... Again, let's level up our weapons some more. As much as that more experience sounds a little tempting. Okay, I see the shiny bat over here. I also have a feeling it's going to be a real pain in the butt to get at in a sustained manner. Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, I feel like maybe I've arguably went a little too wide with my equipment, but we'll take another shot here and see what we can do. Hey, we got 5,000 enemies total, so that's nice. All right, can we buy anything out of these? I mean, we could for sure. Is that price? Oh yeah, the prices go up slowly. I see. In addition to the usual scaling. I gotcha. We'll come back for any sort of upgrades later, but... for now... Ooh, that shot hit 2 bats. That's nice. At least it looked like it hit 2 bats. Right now, I don't have any questions, I don't think. Good luck with your pumpkin carving. Take the Bible. That'll help us with trying to get crowded less. Oh, that's all right. As long as you have fun and don't injure yourself, those are the key parts of any of that. Alright, yeah, let's try to avoid that bat despawning. Alright, we got it. Get in there. Nice. Good chunk of cash, and I'll gladly take another Bible. Axes, yeah, we'll go with the axes, because high damage seems like it would be quite useful to us. Really? Yeah, let's level up the wand. Some more shots. Okay, now it feels... well, maybe I was underestimating the speed before, as might have been. Either way, more shots for it helps out. Ooh, that's Andy. The enemies for a little bit there. Grab another axe. Take that. Ooh, there's a special bat. Unfortunately, most of our weapons are going to be like completely at the whim of where the thing wants to aim, so... there we go. Nice big chunk of experience. Cooldown reduced by 0.2 seconds. That's... I'll take the empty tome, actually, because that will help everything out. Okay, yeah, I can see the plant rings causing some issues with the fire wand, so that's a little unfortunate. But let's see what we get out of our treasure chest here. Another fire wand. That's pretty alright. More damage, more speed. Strikes at random enemies. Let's try out the lightning ring. Looks like it has some area of effects. Yeah, okay, and also hits multiple enemies. I don't know if it does have an area of effect or if it just looks like it. Of course, with how these damage numbers start piling up, it can be a little tough to tell sometimes. Okay, it does have a small... Alright, I wasn't 100% sure. It just sort of looked like it did, but... Could have been me just imagining things. It seems like it's doing some pretty decent work, especially because it especially is targeting further away enemies, which means that once they get up close to me, they're thinned out a bit. Because we've got a bit of a short range build here, for sure. Try speeding up that magic wand a little bit. Item that increases projectiles. I think I saw that earlier, but I'm not completely sure. Alright, so there's the elite bat. I'll try to kill it, but I can't necessarily make a whole lot of guarantees, especially because we are cutting a little close to these groups. There we go. There's some healing for us. Need to try to clear that group away from the chest if I want to go for it. Which, of course I do. I put forward that much effort for it. Ooh, alright. Got a big one here. What do you got for me, game? Ooh. It's 3 shots off that so far? And damage up. Okay. A little bit more speed will help us out, I think. Again, just to get out of sticky situations like that a little more easily. Take another empty tome, so that way our stuff moves faster. Our amount of lightning strikes is going up too, which is nice. Definitely see that. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. We got the big boy again. And what looks like another elite bat of some kind, but probably one that's a little bit stronger even. Ooh, this is not going to be much of an escape. Oh, wow. Alright, so we're getting quite a lot going on there, that's for sure. That was a ton of experience we picked up. Very helpful. More importantly, we got out of the plant ring here, so... Yeah, now our magic wand is really starting to crack along pretty fast there. That is getting a lot of work done. Oh, hey, here's the big mantis again. Oh. Skeleton army. There's a chest, but unfortunately there's just too much crap going on right now for me to get it. But I can get it this one, that's for sure. Nice. Alright, so what's this extra Bible get us? Ooh, alright, so we're going for 3 projectiles now. That's pretty good. Dodge more of the skeleton crew if we can. And let's get a little more max health, actually. Something I completely neglected up to this point, but it's not for no reason, I swear. Alright, we got some slightly funny looking werewolves. Going back to that chest, because I think the area should be a little bit more cleared up now. Ooh, yes, another big one. Alright, what have you got for me? Ooh, it looks like more regen. Well, I like that. That base area and speed up for the Bible. One more projectile for our wand. And a little bit more HP regen. Okay, yeah, now we're getting to the point where the red XP gem is not a full level, which is a little sad, but that's okay. It's fine. We've been at this for a reasonable length of time, all considered, so it was bound to happen sooner rather than later. Oh, yes. Piercing for the magic wand. That is going to be very big. Oh, nice. We're getting stuff done. Yeah, I'll take the spinach. Well, our magic wand is definitely doing a lot of work now, that's for sure. Got huge waves of these ghosts incoming. I'm getting surrounded a little quickly. Get out of here. Feels like I've fairly distinctly jumped into the next tier up of challenge, right? Just How far are we from our next level? I think we're pretty close, at least. Yeah, there we go. The armor would probably be a smart choice, really, but let's take another level of lightning ring. Okay, no, we've got our... No, I think the special batch is despawned. Because I don't see it anymore. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be a bit of a problem to get out of. I went in a direction that was probably unsafe at one point. Oh well. Yeah, the bracer. Got the clock lancet, I think that other one was called. The duplicator. And the inlaid library. So we get ourselves another stage, it looks like. Alright, so buy ourselves a new character. Go into our power-up section here. Can we max this yet? No, I didn't think so, but that's alright. Yeah, that's projectiles faster, which is about what Again, trying to get our money together so that way we can do more, basically. Let's see if it's said anything. Okay, so there's a relic to pick up here in the form of a book. Oh gosh, that's a start, alright. Pointing in the direction of our mouse cursor, or is it randomized, or... Alright. Take that. Not fast, but it seems like it works. Then I don't have to think too much about the direction I'm facing. Okay, yeah, the sound feels a lot softer in here. So I don't know what's up with that first stage, then, compared to... in comparison here. Things happen. How long do they expect me to go to get to this thing? Not a good idea to just keep rushing that, I guess, so... It feels like it's a little strange for it to be on the radar that early then. Let's freeze enemies time. Can I? I'm curious what this thing is called now. It's alright. This was one where I probably wanted to reset anyway, because I was clearly not getting much of anything. Because I was rushing it. Yes, I know. But I thought that would be a little bit closer with the thing on the radar, that's all. So, eh. Get off to more of a start this time. Take the lightning ring. That seems like it's pretty good. And also, in a case like this where we're getting dudes who crowd us very quickly, having something with a little bit of an area of effect is not a bad idea. Especially to go with this, I think the weapon that we start with is called the Rhyme Tracer. Okay, no, it's not aiming at our mouse cursor, even though it seemed like it was for a sec. Yeah, the Bible is going to be real helpful in here because of how quickly we get crowded. Yeah, it's giving me some regen. Can be as slow as it wants. I don't particularly mind. Making that thing deal a little more damage seems kind of good. As before, taking things to help with the fact that we get surrounded in this map very easily. At least so far. Yeah, okay, I was like, that thing... I just didn't see them break earlier, so... My defense... Okay, yeah, sorry, it's Rune Tracer. I'm Tracer, yeah, fuck, well. I can't see very well. Clearly, that's my problem. That is my usual problem, is can't see so well. Titus. Bracer increases projectile speed by 10%. I mean, that seems useful, but for now, we're taking the spinach for the damage output. That seems like it matters slightly more, at least for the moment. So I do feel like we're starting to butt up a little bit against a lack of damage. But also, maybe that's just because we were doing really well in the previous run, and now we're massively back down, so I feel a little bit underpowered right now as a consequence. Oh, that did some interesting moves there with the Rune Tracer. See, I said the right one this time, but... Probably because it got caught on a weird corner of that piano spot over there. But it looked very unusual as a result. Ooh, fires more shots. Yes, please. That'll be a huge help. Oh, hey, there's the nasty green things. Finally. Oh, I didn't see what the... It must have been the large mummy, right? That would make sense. Larger AoE for the lightning ring. That's good. More lightning strikes. Oh god, I'm still taking damage hand over fist here. I couldn't move fast enough for that. Oh well. Hey, we got a new character, and we can pick up the Rune Tracer as everyone else now. Neat. Alright, so where were we for this? Not quite there. Oh well. Right. Permanent plus 30% area starts with temporary cooldown bonus. That's nice. Alright, so... Oh, I have to pay for the new characters we unlocked? Oh well. I shouldn't be surprised, but still. Oh well. So I'll wait to do that, and we'll bring out Gennaro again for digging into the first stage some more. Yeah, we'll take the whip. The lightning ring is good, but the whip is quite helpful as just a little add-on here for this guy. Just because he immediately gets the two-directional projectile. So that's a very good start. And now we'll take the lightning ring. And that should do some good business for us. Keep firing on that thing. And it gave us a large experience. Right. Damage zones, because those are affected by that too, right? So that'll be nice. That. Okay, yeah, they are. I was like, they're not? But the two damage zones just landed so far apart. Had some good spread on that holy water. Nah, I want the regen. Just because there I went stepping into a huge area of bats. It was a little bit foolish. Not our greatest way of doing that, but yeah, this time around we're not quite getting a lot of the rolls that I would like to. Oh yeah, one of these things disappeared on me earlier, didn't it? I think it did. Ah! Oh, right, because it only dropped the red crystal instead of a chest. That's right. That makes sense, though. Alright. Now we start taking our damage ups. That's more like it. Okay. I'm taking them more damage because, yeah, we're at such a point where that would be really helpful. Of course, now we're still back in the man, a moonwalk would help sort of era. Okay, I see what the deal with these are, is that they act like the stick would. Okay. The appropriate stick on a controller, pardon me. Nice. This is going to be very, very hard to get at it, though, for the moment. That's a good chunk of gold we got out of that bag. Alright. What do you got for us, chest? More lightning bolts? No, more daggers. That's perfectly fine too. Okay, so that's just +1 dagger. That's fine. Pull these guys into a position where I'm not, like, standing there just kind of staring at the enemy, you know. You get what I'm trying to say. To such a place where I'm not in such danger, and then I just walk through a massive cloud of enemies anyway. Because risk-taking and everything. Alright, that's... That bat despawn? I think the bat despawn. Oh no, I see the red crystal. So it looks like I got it. Nice. Alright. Take the laurel. That should be helpful, I think. Theory. Is the laurel by number of hits you can take with it? Because otherwise, it's like a very odd amount of time that it was up for. Felt like. That'll do. God, that cluster of enemies is getting huge. Really feels like the lightning ring and the AoEs are not getting things done for me today. By today, I mean just this run, because yeah. Ultimately, I think this build is just not it. Oh well. That's fine. Hey, we unlocked a new character. Well, a new character that we will get in the future, I guess, rather, because, yeah. Alright, there's our greed maxed out. Can you buy either of these new characters yet? No. I mean, that's quite good. Oh, we can't buy that yet. That's a shame. There's a lot of interesting things that we can grab here. Yeah, that's... Get that. Oh well. I'm gonna take the damage up, and we're going to keep going from here. So... keep playing as this fella. Surely, eventually, this can pay off a little bit, right? Seems like he's okay. I just need a better build than what I was getting. And starting with a Bible seems like a good way to actually get rolling with that. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Two projectiles on that to start with. That's pretty good. And take the axes. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, it gives us fire breath. That's neat. That's very helpful, actually. Oh. I thought that zombie was going to die. Thankfully, I was rewarded immediately afterward. Give me that magic wand. That seems like it gets pretty good if we can level it up. I mean, that might be something that we have to call a big if, but still. Take the empty tome. As much as the third projectile from the Bible is very tempting, the empty tome is going to be a little bit better of a thing to start us off with. Get all of our tools DPSing. Don't use that way, me. That won't necessarily get you what you want. That blue bat takes as much damage as possible. Alright, now we get the third Bible. There'll be time to get the extra magic wand eventually, I'm sure. Hopefully. So that's 3 axes we should have going out now? Yeah. Excellent. Take damage boost. And just go for a more aggressive build in general. Seems like it's working okay so far. Character gets 10% luckier. Could be a nice little addition there, but I'm taking more daggers. I haven't seen any, like, particularly big enemies other than the bats at this point, I don't think. Then again, we're not even 5 minutes into this run, so to be fair, give it time. They may come back. They may show up, rather. Similar idea. Taking our increased cooldown reduction. Or decreased cooldown, I guess would be the way I wanted to say that. I almost said increased cooldown, which is not really the way that you express that, no. Another 10% damage for all our weapons. Right, here we go. This guy should actually be worth a chest if we manage to... That wasn't too bad. Yeah, our damage is quite good right now. Hopefully that stays the course pretty soon. Yep. Magic wand will give us another projectile, so yeah. 3 shots out of that? Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that 150 gold out of that bag. Oh, yes, the duplicator. Weapons fire more projectiles? Absolutely. That sounds like a lot of fun. And we got all these dum-dums coming in here. The bats who are clogging up our thing a little bit more. I just want to get the blue guy. Come on. I probably should also see if I can find some health. Or maybe buy, like, health regen or something in my next level up if that's available. Might be a bit of a big if, though. Yep. Nothing in that area for us. Well, I can get more daggers or I can get more... Yeah, I'll take the faster wand. Because that, I don't have to worry about where it's going. There we go. I was finally able to get the big experience crystal. At this point, it's barely worth the effort, but... Oh well. And upgrade our damage and everything. Okay, now that metal-looking bat, that's got to be worth something, right? As long as we can just... Fortunately, it's surrounded by too large of a cloud of these big bats. They kind of look... For some reason, mentally, I'm just like, it reminds me of an enemy from that secret level in Earthworm Jim. If anyone out here knows what that looked like. What those look like, I suppose, would probably be the better... Oh, ow, 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 ow. Cutting it a little close on these. Yeesh. Get out of the road. Oh, god damn it, they immediately swept up to... I was trying to go for that in the first place, and no, the zombie just immediately decided to turn up and stop me from having fun. Well, oh well. Darn. Darn, 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 darn. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Give me my handful of things. My tiny amount of money. Really, because, yeah. want to liking it. Nah. Take a level of recovery. Can't get the damage reduction yet. Darn. Pick that up to ease things a little bit for me. I mean, again, really, I probably should be like over here trying to wait until I can unlock these characters. Well, it's fine. Let's keep going. Let's take our rune tracers, because, yeah, with 2 of those going out, and most notably, they pierce through enemies, so that seems pretty helpful. The damage on them is okay. I wish I could aim them better, but that's alright. Alright, I'm taking the character luck, and I have no idea exactly what all that does for us. Aside from give us a chance to get a 4th item slot in there. So maybe we'll find out as we go. Or more likely I won't even notice, and I will completely forget. Alright, we froze all the enemies, that's helpful. Didn't last quite as long as I would have liked it to, but oh well. Take the rune, take an upgrade to the rune tracer, because again, it's doing good work for us, and especially if we got these clouds of doofuses coming in, that should rip them up pretty nicely, get us a good chunk of experience drops, and I just like the sound of that overall. Take the magic wand. These 3 projectiles seem quite nice, so... An additional dagger. Faster firing wand. Won't complain about that since we haven't gotten a blank tome yet. Empty tome is what it's called, I think, actually. Sorry. I'm bad at these words, so. Stopwatch. Oh, hey, they don't deal damage to us, which I mean, that makes sense, but I didn't know for sure, so. Hey, there's our second thing showing up. Our fourth item slot showing up. Nice. Oh, it's our second time getting our fire breath power this run. I don't know if that is affected by luck or not. Because goodness knows I would rather the attractor be affected by luck in that case, but still good. Still a nice thing to get. Alright. Chest contents? It's a shame it's not a big one, but oh well. Another magic wand. I forget, is that more projectiles? Is that piercing? Do we get piercing yet? No, it's just more projectiles, which is still quite good. Because the amount of damage out that thing is doing is pretty decent. There we go, a little piercing for our knives. That should help. Yeah, what am I missing out on so far, if anything? 29 standard characters. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before. Oh, wow, okay, jeez, they just keep adding so many of them. That's incredible. It's 48 total characters, which is a much more rounded number. Oh, hi, Mark. Oops. It happens by accident at this point. Well, that would be helpful for unlocking them, although by the time I get there, I may not even need the money. Thank you, Attractor Orb. Looking while you play Dead by Daylight. Alright. Damage up by 10 versus base area up by... Yeah, I'll take the Lightning Ring enhancement. Another 29 DLC characters. That's... Well, to be fair, there's multiple DLCs at this point, so I would kind of expect there to be quite a few. But there we go. I'm finally making good on that getting HP regen thing that I mentioned some time ago. Yeah, there's like an actual Castlevania DLC coming out soon, right? Or possibly already out. I think it's not out yet because I could be wrong about that though. About when it's coming out rather. Not about the fact that it's on its way. I saw that advertised recently, which is kind of impressive on some level. It's like, hey, this is already borrowing very heavily from the aesthetics and references there. Something amusing about that on some level to me, but also neat. I did not get the Grimoire on the second map. Oh, here come a wave of bats. Right, yeah, it was incredibly far, and I was just having difficulty getting there because of the sheer distance it wanted me to go. It's like, yeah, by the way... Yeah, give me an even larger cloud of knives. Oh, dang it. Wow, okay. I probably deserve that. Oh, well. Well... It's fine, it's fine. This is the sort of thing where it's like, hey, yeah, you play through several of these rounds in order to accumulate stuff. Let's see if we can do a little better. Is this the guy we want? We don't have a... Oh, we don't really have anybody with great verticality to their thing. Make sure we're actually starting on the right map. Oh, that's helpful. Take that. Again, even though that's not really this guy's strong suit, because it feels like he really wants to pick up more projectile weapons. These surround us pretty easily, so it feels like it would be helpful to grab something that helps us fend off surrounded enemies that surround us, rather. Surrounded, yeah, surrounding, rather. If I could remember to use the correct word, that might be a helpful thing, but I wouldn't worry about it. And I usually don't. It seemed like it was pretty good, but I don't think I was getting a lot of, like, clearing through large vertical groups so much. Oh well. We can take another shot at it after this and see if that works a little better. Well, there's some chicken. That'll do. I was hoping for something a little more impressive, but that's fine. Zone. I get as much of this EXP as possible. That's weird because I didn't see a notification for it being like confused or anything. But it might have just been a connection issue or Twitch. Probably just Twitch being, you know, as Twitch usually is. take that. Yeah, the duplicator seems pretty damn strong so far. Okay, see, we're getting a little bit more angle on this, so I think we're probably getting closer. Oh, there it is. All right. Whoa. Oh. We're merely allowed to peek at discovered weapon evolutions and unions from the pause menu. That's handy. Those wizard guys are jerks. I assume they're the source of the slowing. What a bunch of assholes. Alright, here we go. We got the mummies incoming. Alright. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so this is showing us some very useful stuff. Alright. That's very good to know, actually. Because I guess that should be what I look out for some of those. Oh, that was cool for a second, because it really looks like when you evolve a weapon, it fires off immediately when you next level up. So seeing that Ring of the 8 books was pretty good. Right. Now I know a little better what to look for some of these anyway, not all of them. Right, so can we do anything about the asshole wizards? They have very long ranges with their laser beams. Yeah, let's take the Rune Tracer. I mean, the fact that that's shooting 3 shots, I wanted the duplicator, but also the Rune Tracer seemed pretty helpful. Oh, nice. That does some good work against that guy. Excellent. Okay. Get another knife going. Alright, so... Hold on, I was trying to pause, game. I appreciate it, but I was trying to pause. Alright, so yeah, we want the glove, the gauntlet. I forget the exact name of it. A bracer, right, the bracer. Oh, nice. Sure, go ahead and let me know. Alright. The lightning ring, that should be quite strong right now. Chest grab. Grab this box. What do we got in our trunk here? Well, we got a good chunk of money. Another axe, nice. Yeah, always pretty good. That lightning ring is proving to be very strong. There we go. There's our bracer. All right. So I'm assuming I gotta level that up more to Need to upgrade the weapon to max combo. Okay. Gotcha. Health regen is for the garlic. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. Well, yeah. Seems like a good time to grab that. Yeah, so whenever that shows up, I'll be picking those up. You know, barring the game being like, hey, you want another duplicator? Because at that point, well, I mean, how can I resist that? Yeah, I just need more of them to show up. Pick up your experience. It won't do it for you. I'm taking the luck buff because that'll give me more chances to get more things to show up, which means I might actually get stuff that I can combo properly. If the game feels like it, you know. Oh yeah, I mean, okay. Oh, more duplicators, alright. That's pretty good. Won't give me the things to help me upgrade my gear. So I can take those. Yeah, giving the axe the ability to pierce would probably help out with it quite a bit. Oh, darn, I wasn't able to get away from that in time. That's a pity. There's our piercing effect for our daggers. I like to get into a better position before I try to take on the big thing. Now, unfortunately, that advantageous position didn't last very long, but yeah, we got some work there. Hey, big chest. 3 items. Come on, give me more knives. Well, those are helpful. I mean, they don't get us closer to uniting any of that stuff, but they are very useful anyway. Clover. Yeah, see, now we're getting a lot of stuff done with this. Ooh, nice. There's some garlic. Some more garlic. Yeah, that would probably be a good thing for me to pick up. I just often have a bad habit of continuing to get distracted by other things. As per usual. Well, our knife's up to level 6. That's pretty good. So far. Fine without the armor. It seems like I'm getting pretty good at cleaning through these mummies and ghosts. Take another axe. But yeah, now I'll definitely take the armor. Nice. Yeah, I thought that was something for a chest. Alright. More regen never hurt anybody. Nice, now our knife should be maxed out. The stream... Well, good job there, Twitch. I haven't been watching... Yeah, I just checked. I haven't dropped frames, so it's just Twitch being awful. As usual. Yeah. Alright, I just need a chest to show up now. Alright. Let's take the empty tome for our last item slot. Because that seems like it's always good. Yeah, that sounds like Twitch, alright then. As per usual. Yeah, now things are stepping up a little bit. In terms of our things we're dealing with here. Take a larger area on the lightning ring. Ooh, nice. That up. Right. Well, there's our chest. Said wait a sec. Until we gather up all those experience orbs. And nice. We got our... That's definitely our knife upgrade. Fires with no delay. Oh, Jesus. That's pretty good. I like that. Reduce incoming damage. I see you there, buddy. You're only worth a red experience. Oh, no, it's a chest. Never mind. I was wrong. And it's a triple. All pretty nice. Especially if the axe is more projectiles. The Rune Tracer was only level 2, so sadly no extra projectile for that yet, but... bonus damage. That's fine. That's pretty good. actually. Because it already does good work, so... You know, why not have it do even better, right? Take our lightning ring. Yeah, good point. That's not necessarily a bad idea, so... I'll try doing that in the future. It's doing a lot of work right now. It's pretty good. And there's a larger enemy, so that'll be worth a chest. We can just leave that for a bit. Expand our garlic zone some more. First 3 chests don't actually contain upgrades at all or something. Huh. That's interesting. Alright. Lightning ring upgrade. I'm taking the cooldown reduction. So that way all my other stuff that's not daggers can do a little bit more damage. As much as those incredibly fast knives are like really good, I do have other stuff too, so... Oh, wow. Gaining those levels that fast. Excellent. There were a couple over there, yeah. Oh yeah, here's another one. Is our lightning maxed out? No. It just went to level 7 there. That was me forgetting some of the bits of the interface, I guess. Take another Bible so that way we can enlarge the area more. And that maxed out our lightning. Yeah, we're getting a good amount of red experience gem drops, so that's pretty nice. One of the upsides of maxing out some of our other stuff before any of that is that we can sort of narrow down the field of what will be available at our level ups. Which is useful, I think. Oh. Well, that's fine. We only need the one chest for now, because we can only upgrade the one item. Or can we? Oh! Oh, okay. I didn't realize that it was that lightning and the other thing were... Was that on the thing before? For lightning and the duplicator? Oh, that looks so cool, by the way, when it does those, like, horizontal strikes like that. That's pretty good. I did not even realize that I was prepped to do that. So that's another good reason for the lightning ring to be, like, stupid powerful, is because it upgrades with that. That's kind of sick. Yeah, give me that thing. Alright, now here come the jackass wizards. Spawning a little bit more naturally now. I know they're not spitting laser beams at me, so maybe they're not quite the jackass wizards that we saw earlier, but... Alright. Another garlic. Haven't seen one of those in a sec. That's pretty good, I gotta say. That's a very nice little surprise to have waiting for me. Nice. Just one more garlic and we can take that chest. Although, who knows how long it's going to take for it to give that to me. I think I've seen that witch sprite before, so... Neat. Yeah, only need the one chest on the field right now, because, yeah. Neat. I won't complain about that. Granted, I feel like we haven't really been taking a whole lot of hits lately, so... I don't know how valuable it is, but that's okay. Yeah, the Rune Tracer is doing a lot of good here. Alright, there's our final garlic upgrade. So let's take our chest and get that maxed out. The Soul Eater. Steals hearts. Power increases when recovering HP. Fancy. That's a pretty big zone of influence there. I kind of like what we've got going on in this regard. I would like for more large enemies to spawn so I can, you know, pick up more chests and get more gold and stuff like that. Take more empty tomes for dealing with more of our piercing stuff. A little bit of fire breath, why not? Hey, a luck boost. Neat. There we go. There's... Oh, this is a fancy looking Lich Man here. That's fine. Enjoy your lurk, Irene. We're doing pretty okay so far, I think. Oh, yes. Big box. Worth large sums of cash and a whole 3 accessories. All right. Well, I won't complain. Empty tome. It's doing real good work for our lightning ring here. And for our rune tracers, for that matter. Which I probably should see about actually upgrading. But max out the empty tome first. Max out the speed of our everything. It's doing a lot of good work. So I'm glad that I unlocked it earlier. As a thing I can pick up on everybody. Since, yeah. Oh hey, there, I saw some, like, actual HP recovery going. Upgrade the Rune Chaser. It might not be a bad idea for me to upgrade projectile speed more, but the Rune Chaser is going to take priority where possible, because yeah. The incoming exploding banshees here. I'd just like to get the chest. Come on. Arguably slightly risky, but we're full HP. I think we'll be okay. Yay! Alright. What do we get from this? More damage, more speed. Excellent. That's a big boy. Yep. For the bracer. That I think is probably like our max level for it. No, only level 4. I'm just check. Okay, so the duplicator only has 2 levels. I gotcha. I was like, it seems like I haven't gotten a stage for that in a while, but there's good reason for that, because I can't get any more. now we're getting the huge wall of enemies happening. It's starting to look increasingly silly. That's okay. Alright, set maxed out the Rune Tracer. Alright, freeze time. Move from the crowd, go get some more experience. Only gets sillier. Good. It should. It should, in fact, only get sillier. Get more damage reduction. We're almost at a point now where all our levels are going to be maxed out. Big cloud of bats. Ah, yes, here's a very green witch here. Not to be confused with a mispronunciation of Greenwich, as in, you know, what that mean time is to do with. Chest. Pick up our second to last thing that we can get here. Oh, we had something in there to upgrade that. That's neat. No future. Jesus. Wow, that's... Okay, yeah, for the armor. I did not realize that, but that was also not even in there, so... Neat. Alright, now the only thing that's left to level up is a bracer. Oh! Alright, so when we level up now, it gives us extra stuff, so we can get our money, we can get our health back if we need to. Oh god, yeah, it seems like it's doing a lot of work here for sure. Just absolutely ridiculous. Alright, we got the Gorgons incoming. Focus down the big one. Even though I don't know if that chest is going to give us anything. Except for money. Yep. Another large coin sack. And the contents of the chest. Well, at least the contents of the chest. That's fine. We hit 5k on the map, which is one of the goals. Is to get 5,000 gold in a single map, so that's fine. That's good, we did it. Oh, someone actually got close enough to me to deal me some damage. Well, I guess because, yeah, the crowd is this big now, so... It is going to happen occasionally. Fire breath to start clearing out the area a little better. Oh, yeah, that's a nice cluster of red. Oh, dang it. I couldn't get myself unburied there. Oh, well. 28 minutes and 32 seconds is still pretty good. So we got a lot of unlocks there. I may have to wait for this to loop around here, but we got the cross, the book, we got the spellbinder. We got something for defeating the hag. We unlocked Poe for getting garlic to level 7. Unlocked Demario. We unlocked the dairy plant, so we've got the next map. We got the pentagram, which I know is used for unlocking somebody. And we got some money for evolving these weapons. Maximum of 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so we did pretty good. Unlock hyper mode for any normal stage. Neat. Oh, yeah, so we unlocked the hyper mode inlaid library. Gotcha. Okay. So, I mean, I guess we can have a quick browse through what we've unlocked here. Permit plus 25% pickup range and minus 30 max health. I mean, still, he seems like he'd potentially be useful. Yeah, huge group of fellows that we don't have yet. Including a little alien. That's incredible. Thank you, game. Christine is the hardest character, so that's neat. Oh, right. She has the like, bomb and it destroys experience crystals, huh? That sounds like a bit of a pain. Can I at least grab... I mean, I can grab the more projectiles. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that and use that as my way of building my aggro, but for now, this is pretty much where we're... Well... There's a luck roll to not destroy them. Gotcha. So how much stuff have we collected? 39 out of 114. Yeah. It's not that one. Wait a second. So how much do we have? 60 in the dairy plant. Power. 20 minutes with at least 10% curse. I've seen that in there. For that at some point, the fire wand. I just haven't had many opportunities to like build the fire wand, to be fair. So starts with an extra level, so that's useful at least. Upgrade that bird. Haven't felt like using that very much. Unlock her with level 7 pentagram. Corona's box. Level 9. That's the thing we don't have yet even. 6 different weapon evolutions at once. Oh, I see why. Okay. So that's something we'd have to do as like a specific build, basically. Map. There's Gouda. Yeah, that I haven't unlocked the bestiary yet. That's where some of that writing comes in. On us. I'm assuming that like some of this stuff is just found in some of the other maps, basically. Yeah, I had a couple others in there, so I'm at least in good shape to start getting more of those soon. Next time I pick at this. I wish I could just view how many of those. Oh well, it'll tell me how many bats I've killed. The Bone Zone, fantastic. I mean, it would have to be in there somewhere, but still. The interest character. Banish. So are these, like, as we get more of these, we get to lock things out of our RNG? That's what that sounds like, so that's neat. I like the way they stack those. That's some good design there. And yeah, the rest of these are get you some money for evolving those. Vipers. Neat. All right, well, this was fun. But again, yeah, I've been streaming for about 3 hours, so this is where we're going to wind things down. And by wind things down, I mean end them. I'll probably play more of this later, though. I don't know how much more of it I will stream, but it'll probably be something that shows up in the rotation off and on, if nothing else.